What's up? It's your girl Savage Flower.
Live for you, fans these new machine. You're now tuned in to the Rock the Block show.
Only on How Do You Meet Radio Soul Flow.
Ding, what
Very
up?
special
AD,
guest.
what up, Munch?
My very good friend. Today on the Block News, we got a very special episode for y'all. We got some juicy content today, and we have some very special guests in the building. My boy to the left of me, James Mungeon, a.k.a. Munch to everybody that knows
Munch,
him.
yo.
Firstly, Munch. We in his
You.
for sure. How you feeling today, Munch?
I'm all right, man. I'm living. I'm alive. I'm here.
We're alive. We here. Definitely. And we're here to make history, man. We making it happen. We got some very juicy topics today. Let's jump right into it, man. In headlines today, the daughter of George Floyd's only daughter, his daughter Gianna, I don't know if it's his only, I think it's his only, is suing Kanye West and his team for $250 million after comments that were made on Drink Champs recently, on Nori's Drink Champs recently. Before we get into the lawsuit, man, let's get into the actual debacle around the episode. How do you? So from what I'm understanding is he went on there, he ranted about some things. Nori got some pressure. He was feeling pressure, and Revolt pulled the interview down. Let's get into that. How do you feel about them pulling the interview down?
Yeah, okay.
What do you want to start out with that?
I mean, it's a number of different ways. And, I'm always like in the cut on situations. So like, as a producer, I'm always in the room as a producer, but at the same time, we do our community thing. Mm-hmm. So I kind of like, see it both ways, so to speak. As far as censorship, it's not up to them, you know what I mean, in a way, because it's a lot of things that go into that. Like, truth be told, let's talk about Revolt. Revolt ain't quote unquote 100% black owned in order to be sustainable. You know what I mean?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So, and then at the same time, if it is seen as offensive, you should take it down. But at the end of the day, I think a line needs to be drawn on what it is. I can't really make a statement because I don't know what was said per se, but I know for a fact, having intricate knowledge of Drink Champs, being on set a few times, that there are, like Nori stated, he has Jewish friends there. None of them took offense to it. You know what I mean?
Before we move forward, can we agree that Kanye is public enemy number one right now in the industry? Is there a target on Kanye West's back from all of the antics and shenanigans surrounding his marriage with Kim Kardashian?
We don't know. I mean, that's the truth, bro. Like, we don't know because we ain't there. Like, we can only go on, our perception of the situation.
Okay.
Right? Like, think about it. Like, something happened. We only know one side of this story. We only told one side of this story. Think about how Africans that's in Africa come over here to America and have a different view of us than what was told.
Perception.
Perception is reality. You know what I mean? So it's like if Kanye is exhibiting, like, for instance, AB. To us, AB is a Miami nigga. Like, just wilding out.
Right.
But to somebody else who don't understand that, is like, yo, you feel me?
Right.
So it's like he acting out. And at the same time, unless we act out, we not going to get nowhere. And I think you got to speak. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
No, you good. I was joking with him because he was taking it.
Nah, definitely. You definitely got to speak out to be heard. Kanye, to me, if you ask me, I believe that the media has been very hard on him lately, and people could be making attempts to attack his newfound financial wealth.
I mean, he been had money. If they wanted to go after him, they could have went after. They could have went after him when he said that shit about Katrina. Like, let's be
He
real.
didn't have $1 billion,
bro. He didn't have $1 billion, but Kanye was influence. Influence is more than dollars, bro. If Jay Z, because of who Jay Z is, not because of the money. If he get on there, he put one tweet up, the whole world react, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with money. That's the power. You know what I'm saying? That's what his power is, just the ability to act. And so if Jay-Z tweeted, or remember when Kanye wasn't on Instagram, and Kanye tweeted or Kanye did something on Instagram, and the whole world went crazy. It's influence, bro. What got more power?
Definitely influence. Influence has a lot of power, but money definitely.
Bro,
How you felt about his White Lives Matter shirt?
People can't have.
So white lives matter. Shock value.
Right.
I don't. To me to say, I don't agree with it. I ain't finna get into all that. I think black people ain't monolithic. You know what I'm saying?
What you think Kanye did it for, though?
Promotion for the movie.
Truth be told, I don't know. And at the same time, it may be the way I view it is you have black people in this country who have a different experience than what we have, who grew up differently, and they really don't see that color shit. You know what I'm saying? And because they don't see it, they view it as it shouldn't be that way. And when you you gotta think about it, bro. How you around all these different people? Like the more you move up, you around all these people, you're gonna be in there saying fuck white people. At some point, you're gonna have something like, okay, this my guy over here, he not that bad. Just like me. Think about it. Meek could have been super critical XYZ, but who he ain't gonna be super critical of? That dude that bailed him, that got him out of jail, gave him game. I forgot the dude's name, but he was the owner of the 76ers. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then he talked about Robert Kraft. You feel me? But other people say Robert Kraft racist. Robert Kraft did this. Robert Kraft did. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like it go back to perception.
So let's bring it back to the overall hype of what he said. I think what got everybody riled up. He said a couple things. They said that he said some anti-Semitic comments in the actual interview. There was a point where he mentioned where he referred to the Candace Owens documentary, and I believe they're saying that he was trying to convey the idea that George Floyd didn't die from the knee on the neck, that the police popped him with some fentanyl. And I think people took that out of context and interpreted what he said as George Floyd died because he was on fentanyl and not what Kanye really meant. But go ahead.
You know how we say facts are facts, right?
Right.
In the last couple of days, especially after watching this Candace Owens documentary, my thing is facts, data, and laws are up to interpretation, right? So facts are facts as you see it. So in a court of law, you have to prove without a reasonable doubt, right? You got to prove without a reason. And truth be told, the defense couldn't prove their case, which is why they didn't go with that narrative.
Which narrative?
The whole the fentanyl in the car. He got popped with fentanyl in the car. If they couldn't prove without a reasonable doubt that he died as a result of fentanyl, which they found in the car.
They found fentanyl in the car.
So basically they claim that they found fentanyl, a piece of fentanyl, like I guess that was chewed up and spit out in the car. Mm-hmm. If these facts weren't presented in the court of law, it was because they could not prove without a reasonable doubt that he died as a result of fentanyl. You feel me?
Okay.
Just like.
So basically what you're saying, Kanye shouldn't have said that.
It's not that everybody has their opinion on, like we can say, like for instance, there was a situation with a kid they said had mental issues that was dealing with in the community. It turned out that he dealt with he was on medication. He dealt with mental health issues, but at the same time he popped pills. And he popped pills and didn't take the medication. So it doesn't justify that he should have lost his life at the hands of the police. You feel me? But at the same time, it begs the question. You feel me? Had he not been on that, would he have lived? You know what I'm saying? You know, and then it brings a lot of things into question. But I don't think, if they couldn't prove it, and you get what I'm saying? That's really all it is. If you couldn't prove that fact, you feel me? And she didn't use the autopsy result. She used the expertise of a guy that basically examines police procedures. So we got to look at that movie. Like we had to look at that documentary and say who's saying what, especially in the media, right? Like who's saying what? That's why Cardi B sued Homegirl for however much money, because facts are facts. Okay, it's up to interpretation. If you don't source the fact, you don't do, you don't approach it with some type of integrity.
$4 million.
Yeah, she gotta pay that some type of way.
Some type of way.
Okay, moving forward. I want to raise the question on censorship. What are the guidelines and rules? Are we entering an age where everybody's hypersensitive, everybody's super sensitive, especially when it comes to celebrities? I can't stand for the life. I can't understand for the life of me why people are so invested in the lives of these celebrities that I want to get to the shout out to the commenters on the videos. You motherfuckers, y'all are some hell of a, I understand why y'all be so invested, man. I totally understand, man. Shout out to you all. It is the same individuals that be in the comments trolling that are extra invested in this Kanye debacle and his marriage and his child and all of this extra stuff, and we're just here to deliver the news to you, motherfucker.
I'm just saying, for what, 10 years, bro? 10 years, we thought Ray J had exposed Kim Kardashian in that sex tape.
And it was really a mama setting up the whole,
and it was a whole play. I'm just saying, so
money play.
So me, I'm like the whole world an illusion. I'm trying to curse, but the whole world.
No, you can curse on
here.
You
can curse, but the less that you do curse, the better. Because we got.
So, but that's what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? So that's to go back to things are being reported. Is it true? You know what I'm saying? Like, especially in this day and age, you don't know. So why we speculate? Like, we just speculating because we don't know. That's why
we all have pieces of the story.
Right.
Like basing our.
We can only talk about what are proven facts. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. All right. So look, closing out this topic, right? Do you think the baby mama, the mother of George Floyd's daughter, has a strong case here with the $250 million lawsuit in claims of
was she
I think, if I'm not mistaken, the claims are Tuesday she hired a team of lawyers to go after Kanye and his business partners and his associates for harassment, misappropriation, defamation, and infliction of emotional distress, as cited by Say Cheese TV. Shout out to Sean Cox.
It all depends upon the parameters of the law. Like, it's business law. I done went to school a little bit, took a few classes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Law is law, bro. And so, is it libel? Is it defamation? Like, it's parameters around defamation. I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not too sure. But they may have. They may have, and that may warrant why they took the video down, right? Especially when you talk about inflicting emotional damage, and if you keeping the video up.
Okay, Drink Champs could have got.
You feel me?
Well,
that ain't
just been brought into that lawsuit.
Yeah, you got to think about that, bro.
Wow,
because you got to think.
What if Diddy called the play on the lawsuit?
What you mean?
Sent the green light to the family, like. Those guys been going back and forth. That's a whole nother topic, but could it be that sinister?
Nah.
All right.
And truth be told, the real question you gotta ask is, how old is the daughter? How old is the daughter now?
I'm not sure. That's a great question.
And I know she was a little girl in 2020. So 2 years, 3 years past that. Well, 2 years past that. How much older she is? Is she old enough to make a decision on her own? You feel me? And who's making a decision for her?
Understood.
Is it an organization making that decision? Who are the lawyers they represent? Is she speaking on behalf of the estate? And if that is who runs the estate of George Floyd? You get what I'm saying? Like all these questions come into play. Like, you feel me? And so that's what I think Candace Owens in her documentary exposes. Like, it's a lot of questions you gotta ask. It's a lot of missing stuff. But there is to me, I feel like she kind of skewed the facts to kind of favor the story she was trying to tell.
Okay, shit. Glad that you got that out there. People, if you haven't seen the documentary, make sure you go check out the Candace Owens documentary for more context before you just crucify anybody in the media. Next,
Just go watch it.
I want to get into this DJ Academics.
Oh yeah, man, I hate that nigga.
Man.
Hey man, show no love. Let's go.
Let's get it.